What up, though? This Johnnii Bravo. We checking in on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Hands up to the way we move. Hands up to the frame with hips, you too. You like my dance, my ice, my shoes. If you get money, put your hands up. If a nigga down, make him hands up. That place right, y'all own you. That place right, y'all own you. That place right, y'all own you.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Boom. I heard we got Detroit in the building. What's happening? Johnnii Bravo checking in today. How you doing?
What up, though?
What up, though? Give me some love, man. We got to transfer that good energy, positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's like praying over the situation. Thank you for being here. You got in town yesterday.
Yeah, it was a tough flight, definitely.
I know. I heard you got a little bit of delayed or whatever, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something. God intervenes all the time for a reason, so we can't question it. You're here. You're safe. You're good. You're live. Industry's most wanted. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, go ahead and give us that official introduction.
I'm Johnnii Bravo, straight from Detroit, man. I'm coming here trying to bring that good Haitian Detroit flow energy, mix it all together. I feel like my music is that type of bring together music. You know, CEO of Bravo Entertainment, man. That's an up-and-coming industry. Definitely trying to put that label on the market. I got a lot of shit coming, man. I'm trying to tell y'all shit, but I got singles out right now, so it ain't really like I got too much motion on like dropping music. But the shit I got right now, I'm pushing to, you know, to that spot.
That's really dope, man. You said you got your own label situation. Before we talk about that, you know, how did music become that interest or the passion for you?
My father was like he was real into music. I can't say like what type of music he was into, but like I used to read his raps when I used to come across them. Yeah. So it kind of like instilled in me a little bit, like, all right, you know, you like music and shit. Yeah. But when he passed away, it was like something I like latched on to. It was like a release of energy.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I know how it is to lose a parent. It's very, very tough. But you're his legacy. You're carrying on exactly what he wanted you to do. You know, I'm pretty sure he wanted you to do music like him as well, or at least be involved in it in somehow, way, shape, or form.
That part.
And I'm sure that the sound has changed significantly from when he was doing music to now, right?
Oh man, it's a drastic change. His artist was like Tupac. So it was like real innovative into the rap culture, because, you know, I feel like Tupac and Biggie was like what kind of set up the form of hip hop today. I ain't gonna say what it is.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I agree absolutely. You know, little quick story. A lot of people don't know this. When I was 19, which was about 30 years ago, I'm an OG, you guys. No, actually, I take it back. It was even before that. I think I just turned 18. My very first tattoo I got on my ankle said Thug Life. You couldn't tell me I wouldn't live in that thug life back then.
He had that shit on his stomach, so yeah.
Exactly, that's where I got it from.
It was that deep.
It was. And I remember, I think in 96 when he passed away, like I cried like a baby because, you know, I think he touched everybody's soul that was into, you know, that type of music back then.
Yeah, 'cause they was trying to like personify him to be something that I felt like he wasn't, but in a way he had to characterize because of the type of music he made.
Absolutely.
So everything was commercial, like it still is. Like, you know, it's all entertainment.
100%.
Like target with the most like where you can get the most entertainment from.
Right. Absolutely. For your style of music that you're putting out, you know, without boxing yourself in, like describe your sound to us a little bit.
I don't want to be like the typical rapper, so I try to like utilize like the sound of, I guess, today and make it more of a relevancy to people around me versus me just being like, you know, this is something I'm creating. I feel like all creation comes from something else that was already created. Yeah. So that's what I kind of like back my Haitian flow off of, because, you know, Haitian music is more of a unity. Everybody dancing, you know, it's all together. And
it's feel good.
Hip hop is sort of a way that I feel like, you know, the American culture, the way it's like put into our population, it take us away from each other. Like it don't really put us together, it divide us.
There's no unity
at all.
I agree on that.
So if I mix that together, you know, it kind of like put what Johnnii Bravo is.
Yeah, it describes who you are as a whole.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They just have to tune in and listen to your music, and then they learn more about, you know, your culture and what you have going on and why you make the music that you make.
Right.
And I agree with you. There is no unity. And Slick, a lot of people out there now in the younger generation, is no shade, but I'm throwing shade. They're degrading to the culture. The stuff that they're saying, the stuff that they're doing, to me is just degrading. Do you feel the same way?
Again, it's all entertainment. It's
Yeah.
what you can market, basically. Like, people don't listen. Like, people listen to J. Cole and, like, Wyclef and Wale, but they open, like, rappers. They so open-minded that it make you think, and it make you, like, think about the world in a way that you kind of don't want to see it.
Yeah.
So, like, when you get these people who just jump straight to the flashing lights and booty shaking and shit, it's like, all right, I want to go there versus, you know, hearing poetic justice and shit. But
Right.
that's what we need. And as a people, that's what we missing, because we don't have no culture. We don't have nothing that bring us together. And that's,
There's no balance.
man.
We need a balance, I think, between, you know, because that, I'm not degrading. You know, some of the stuff, I ain't talking about necessarily the music, the stuff people are actually doing to get attention in this industry. It's degrading, you know what I'm saying, to the culture.
Why I feel like all the Afrobeat, all the, you know, Tims in the world, you know, the
Yes.
Essence music makers of the world, like they thriving because
100%.
it brings everybody together. You know, you can be a different culture, different race. You hear like, this is a perfect example. Atlanta's mall, I can't think of the name right now because I'm so, you know, alleviated from the conversation. But one of their malls got this store that I love. I go
Yeah.
in there all the time. But it's ran by Indians,
Oh, okay.
and they sell our clothing.
Yeah.
But the music they play is Haitian, and everybody in the store knows it. So I'm like, so do Indian people listen to Haitian music? She's like, yeah, we love it. And I'm like, see, it's no bounds to their music, but you wouldn't hear like 2 Chainz or maybe, I mean, you might hear Tupac in India, but you know.
Yeah, you ain't gonna probably hear Lil Baby.
Yeah,
and
but
all
that music is so world renowned, man. It just blow my mind on like how I can bring everything together.
Yeah.
Like, not just some, but everything. Like,
Absolutely. And that's one thing I've been working on, and I actually posted about it about a week or two ago, is that I'm really trying to expand my horizons on the music I listen to. I had an artist here recently. He does Afrobeat music. He's from Africa, and his music feels so good and it sounds so good. I was like, I need to start diving more into checking this out, because not that I never did like it, I just never really checked it out.
Right.
So now I'm trying to listen to some more. I've been on, you know, iTunes, listening to some more Afrobeats music, and you're right. I think it does bring more unity within just not even like hip hop, but just period in life.
yeah, because you hear the words, you don't understand them, but you like, I feel like
Yeah.
part of my ancestry knew what the fuck he was talking about.
No,
So,
for
like,
real.
yeah.
Absolutely. So what's the music scene like out there in Detroit for independent artists?
Very heavy.
Yeah.
It's very like heavy. So like if it was like to describe a person, top heavy, not bottom heavy. Like, it's skinny legs out there, but it's a lot of music that's making motion, but
Yeah.
it's not going nowhere. So
Yeah.
you know, top heavy.
So what is Johnnii Bravo doing to change the narrative of how people perceive and look at Detroit music artists?
I feel like everybody perceive Detroit music artists differently already, because the people who are able to make it out have such, you know, different sounds
Yeah.
that a lot of them don't even collab.
Yeah, absolutely. You're
So,
right.
You think about the Detroit scene where everybody try to like stick to this nature of a sound and try to make it our sound of a city.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to narrate that, because you're going to come out different. And that's what they want to see in Detroit or anywhere. They want to see you come out different. They
Yeah.
don't want to be like, all right, I'm going to pick out this pool, same fish. Like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is, you've got to have tunnel vision. You can't really worry about what else anybody else has got going on. You want to represent for your city, of course.
Right.
But at the same time, if you got to leave it behind, then that's what it is.
Right, and I love it to death, but you know your city gonna hate you until other people love you.
Of course.
somewhere else.
Always. That's why I love my city, but I didn't get as much love from them as I did until I moved here and they started seeing me making moves and stuff. But it is what it is. You know, we just got to keep, like I said, keep that tunnel vision. How are you staying focused? Because there's a lot of distractions out there within the industry.
Well, I ain't gonna say it's not really distractions. I feel like you make your own world with this music. That's
Yeah.
what the fun part of creating music is. It's like you create the world that you live in.
Yeah.
And that's for any artist. Like, I'm sitting there staring at Nipsey and just like, you know, it's a realization, but he created everything that was around him, and then he did it in a way that they put a negative light on something that he was doing positive, and his positivity still outshined it.
100%.
So that's what I feel like you gotta do. You gotta thrive through all them doors with your, you know, your essence, your presence, and make it known to be, you know, the principles that you stand on. A lot of people don't have principles.
They
so
don't.
It's like you collapse at any moment. Somebody like at the sign of trouble, like you gonna run. I'm gonna stand firm, my 10 toes in the ground, because I know what I want. And ever since I feel like I knew what I wanted, it's been like a manifestation.
There you go. And that's what we have to do. We, you know, like life itself is manifestation. We have to speak it into existence. We have to talk positive. I'm a big believer in karma. If we're constantly putting negative energy out there, don't expect to get anything good back out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to manifest what you want. And that starts with, you know, the tongue is powerful, they say. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be mindful of what we say, because it will come to fruition.
That's true.
Most definitely. Throughout your journey in music, what would you say has been, you know, thus far, like your biggest moment, biggest accolade, whether it be dropping a particular single that went viral or maybe a show that you did?
It's not a particular moment or a show. I'm not gonna lie. It's more of the moment is still like happening.
Yes, you're still manifesting it.
So like that the moment, like it ain't happened to the point where it was like, oh my God. It's like, oh my God, every day now. So it's like, you know, I'm just in the moment. I'm living the moment.
Yeah.
Basically.
Absolutely. You're still working on it, and there's nothing wrong with that, because it can take a long time. I'm with you. I've been in this 12 years and I've achieved some stuff. And like I was telling Jossie, I got an award that he gave me like years ago sitting up there, you know, so it's like I have those accolades, but I'm with you. I don't feel like I've had that big hello moment. You know what I'm saying? That's changed my life at this point. So, you know, it could take a long time. What are you enjoying the most about being a music artist though?
It's funny, the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like really the moment, like it's never you know what's gonna happen next, and that's the one thing that I feel like I used to be scared of doing music, because like you can do something and be like, you know, you might get some, you might not get nothing, and that just be the outcome. Like the reality of it. Like I didn't put all this hard work in, but you know, I ain't get nothing out of it. So like I said, as long as I done stood firm on and knew what I wanted, like out of music, everything been coming at its own pace type shit. So it's like I'm just trying to thrive right now.
Yeah.
And everything that's happening is sort of because of other people, but I got to look at it like it's still my own grind, it's still my own hard work, because without me, you know, putting forth the effort, then I would never been in the places that I've been.
100%. This is your journey. Nobody's journey is identical. It's your own journey. You know what I'm saying? And you have to fall in love with that. You have to fall in love with the process.
Right.
You have to fall in love with the journey. If you don't, you won't survive. And that's not just for music, but it's with anything. Like if someone's, you know, trying to be a doctor and they don't fall in love with the process of becoming the best surgeon ever, they're never going to be. You know, so that's what it is. What's the current single you're pushing right now for people that they need to go check out?
All right, so I got Move, I got Whoa Mama, and I'm trying to do this little summer anthem shit with this song I just dropped called Too Foolish. I want people to really go check that out, because it's just you know, it's a vibe more say. It's like poetry in motion. That's
the newest single that's out.
Yeah.
Are you going to shoot a video, or have you already done so?
No, I already shot a video to it. It just ain't dropped nowhere. Like everything I'm doing, I'm just trying to drop constant videos, because visual is what people want.
Yeah.
It's like just like this podcast. Like
Facts.
anybody would want to see it at some point in time. Even though my mouth hella dry. You know, I'm going to tell the camera and the world this right now, so we don't think about this later on. Like, I ain't had shit to drink, but I done smoked so much.
He needs a little bit of water, you guys.
But,
that cotton mouth kicking in.
I'm telling you, like a motherfucker. You don't even be noticing until you just start talking.
Nah,
like,
for real.
Man, every word.
I be waking up like that. I'm like, damn, was I snoring last night? Why my mouth so dry? That is dope.
Yeah, I definitely love everything that's been going on. I appreciate the people that's been helping me, the journey, the whole path that's set forward. I feel like, you know, God intervened in a way, because less than a year ago, I was homeless, like sleeping in a car.
Wow.
So
You have a story to tell.
now I'm here, and it's not to a point where I want to tell it because I hate sympathy. Like I'm an Aquarius.
Yeah.
I ain't never been like the type of person that like was affectionate or like wanted a hug. I hate when people touch me, and that is like the craziest thing in the world because people are like, man, what's your love language? And I feel like it's physical touch, but I don't like people touching me.
Well, you have to be mindful of who touches you because they can transfer bad energy to you.
Yeah, but it even be good energy sometimes. I just be like, yeah, man, we can shake hands and dap it out. I just don't feel
I know
like,
that's why I do this right here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so interpersonal at the same time, but I feel like I'm introverted to like a point, and people who bring me peace, I feel like those be the people that extrovert me.
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. It's funny because I told one of my homegirls recently that she's my safe space. Like when I go out to places, if I don't have her with me, a lot of times I feel slick, a little uncomfortable or awkward, but having her presence there just makes me feel safe and makes me feel comfortable.
Right.
And I agree with you. I don't know more. Like when people invite me to these big events, I tell them no most of the time just because there's so many different types of energies, and just someone brushing up against you can bring a bad negative vibe, and we ain't with all that.
And I said this the other day, like you gotta just be mindful of the people that you're around and talk to, because a lot of people don't be good for you, even though they might be good people.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. 100%. That's what, shout out to my OG Bigger Rankin. You know, he instills a lot of that type of wisdom in me, and not everybody's for you. Like you said, that doesn't mean they're a bad person. They're just not for you. They're not for Johnnii Bravo. They're not for TampaMystic.
Just like, I mean, you know, everybody be like, I want to see you win, you know, I want to see you good, but like, your prayers don't be good for you, so please don't pray for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you're not wishing no good on nobody else, so I know you telling me, like, I'm going to pray for you. Please don't. I just don't want to say it in no mean or harsh way.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody prayers don't make it for a reason.
No, absolutely.
You praying for me is just false hope, and I don't want to get at you or me, and let's just move on.
Absolutely. But I think also, too, being able to talk about your journey is not even necessarily you looking for, you know, sympathy from someone. It's to help people who may be going through the same thing, to let them know you can get through this. You can get up out this situation. So, you know, like you tell a story in a way that you're not looking for attention. You're doing it slick to really help other people.
See, and then in that way, I feel like it's like, you know, everybody that been to some point in their life where they was like struggling or demotivated by things that was going on. But, you know, telling people your struggle sometimes don't help benefit the person that you tell them to.
No, not to that particular person.
Yeah, some people hear your story and, you know, they will thrive from it. They will take it and be like, you know, I learned certain steps, but I feel like it don't be enough of them people. It just be too many people that want to criticize and be in the situation and don't take no lessons from it because, you know, everybody got to hit their head.
Absolutely. No, and I'll be honest, for years, I held a lot of stuff inside for that reason. I thought, you know, I don't want people to judge me or criticize me, but now I'm at a point where I have to talk about it to certain people, because if I bottle it up, it brings anxiety to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to, again, find that safe space of someone that you can talk to that's not going to judge you, that's not going to criticize you. They're simply just lending an ear so you can get up off your chest. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's different. You know, if whether you want to exercise it through your music, cool. If you don't, you know, this is your journey. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's journey going to be different, like you said, and that's the most important thing, because, like, I can tell you right now, like, I've been homeless. You know, I didn't sleep in my car for months after I got laid off. You know, I got 3 kids. You know, I was really, like, down on my luck. Yeah. And I did one show. I'm not going to lie. I did one show. My T-shirt was too small and everything. I had on work pants. I had on some white forces that I would never even purchase, like, a second time in life. But, like, you know, it was mid-tops. I don't even wear mid-tops. And it was just so awkward that, like, my whole setup was just so off-putting. Yeah. But I still went to go do the show.
Absolutely.
And after that, like the show I did 3 songs. The first 2 songs was just the cadence to the audience, but the last song was what I'm, like, basically the me that I am now, my old me song that I got out now. You know, go check that out, Johnnii Bravo, Old Me, featuring Do Evil. But, you know, it basically say that, you know, you can't control me, you know, give me more of me. Yeah. Because I'm not the old me. So I need to, you know, adapt to the situation. And the song came on, I swear, like probably 20 seconds in, this old couple got to start hustling, and I started hustling with them. You know, well, hustling, I guess down here is called line dancing. Yeah. I started hustling with them, and they brought the crowd. Like, the whole crowd got up. By the time I turned around, everybody in the room was hustling with me.
I love it.
like my face was just like at an all moment. I'm like, damn.
Was that emotional for you?
Well, yeah, because like I said, I was home and sleeping in the car,
Yeah.
and my music wasn't like something that I was like, yeah, this shit about to put me on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not thinking like that. I got kids. I got to think about the next dollar,
Of course,
the next meal
100%.
type, you know?
Yeah.
So I did the song. It put me in like this moment, and these people walked up to me after the show, like, man, here go my number. I want to talk to you tomorrow.
That's amazing.
You know, such, and they sponsored me, and then I'm like, damn. All right,
Look at God.
It's a little changing. So, you know, the little money they gave me and shit, I, you know, did what I did, divvied up my life or whatever. But, you know, I've been Johnnii Bravo ever since. Like, just doing music. And I'm not homeless no more. So, like, you know.
Shout out to you, man, for not, like, allowing that particular situation. Like you said, you were homeless, living out of your car. Some people would use that as an excuse to end up, now they're living on the street. Now they dive into doing drugs to make themselves feel good. You took the other route. You figured out a way to hustle yourself up out of that situation. You did not allow it to hold you down. Having went through that, the times where you're sleeping in your car and you got kids to take care of, now you're at where you're at now. What good did you take from that?
Be comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
No matter where you are your home.
Yes.
Like, you are home.
Yeah.
So, like, at the end of the day, wherever you go, just like how you said you moved and you felt like, you know, you thrived where you were because, you know, you felt like you were somewhere where you can build a home, where you can feel safe. And that's what people got to conquer at the end of the day. And I feel like before I did that show, I was already conquered in that spot. Like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Like, I don't need nobody. I'm not searching for a handout, you know, and I'm going to make it out of this.
Yeah.
So God was just like, I'm not going to give up on you because I didn't before. So, you know, here's another chance at life. And that's what happened.
God seen you didn't give up, and he absolutely wasn't going to give up on you either.
Yeah, because we can take a little back door to that. Like, I got into a car accident and broke my ankle like in 2017, I want to say. And now I got a metal ankle. But I lost my job, lost car, crib. Like, I went through hell to get back to where I was before I lost everything again. And it was like, you know, God yelled clear before he want everybody to take their hands off you. Yeah. And just to make that simple, you know, how the doctor yelled clear before, you know, he put the electricity in the body, make sure don't nobody touch him so they not feeling, you know, the electricity. That's what God don't want. He want everybody hands off you so he can let you receive your blessings. Yeah. So that's what his clear is.
Man, I love your story. You know, you definitely have been through a lot, and I'm proud of you, even though I'm just meeting you. But it makes me proud to hear people that did not allow what happened hold them back. Like, you super elevated. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Came in here looking fly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really elevated, and I love hearing that. I love hearing people's stories because oftentimes we feel like, oh, we're going through so much, but then we hear someone else's story and we're like, dang, like, I've never been homeless. I don't know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to you for not allowing none of that to hold you back.
Yeah, shout out to my mama because she was the cultivator of, you know, never giving up. I done been in the worst situations with my mama, and I got 12 brothers, 5 sisters.
Wow, you have a big family.
I mean, we all scattered, but my mom only had 5 kids.
Yeah.
So it's like,
but your daddy produced some.
Man, yeah, I'm Haitian at the end of the day, so you know, I feel like it just comes with the culture of being black for real. But, yeah, my family we were so separated and so delegated that my mama made like a way through hell, like, and I guess it was instilled in me. Like, no matter what hell I'm in, I'm going to make it out of it.
Shout out to her for being so strong, you know, and I have to commend a lot of moms. Was your mom and your dad together?
Yeah, they was married.
They was married. And that's beautiful because, you know, shoot, nowadays they'd be like, no, they weren't together. I love that. I grew up in a 2-parent household. You know what I'm saying? And that's amazing. Was your dad really behind you a lot?
My daddy was like a Rolling Stone. I'm just going to say that. Like, when he popped up, it was Christmas no matter what day it was.
Yeah. Papa was a Rolling Stone. That is dope. I know you got new music out. What else are you working on? You know, do you have like business ventures outside of music that you're tapping into? Or is this music your main focus right now?
Music, my main focus right now, but I feel like it's opening up a door for a lot of other crafts that I got that I kind of like, you know, had on the back end and really wasn't thinking about until music started cultivating a different lane for me. Yeah. So that's where the Bravo Entertainment came from. Yeah. And you I got my own website out.
So I love that. I tell artists all the time, please have your own website. So you definitely got yours.
JohnnyBravoEntertainment.com. Please tap in, man.
Yes.
Subscribe to my mailing list. That's free merch. That's free exclusive content. You know, all that shit coming. But as far as like different ventures, music is definitely my main focus.
Yeah.
Because I want to build, you know, my own, I guess, empire.
I was just about to say your own empire. Yeah, facts. Yeah, because within the entertainment industry, there's so many things you can do. You don't even have to veer off too far from music to have other business ventures. What about film? Is that an interest for you at all?
Yeah, because I feel like everywhere I've been, everybody asks me if I'm a model, and I was just like, you know, I never even thought about modeling.
You should. How tall are you?
6'2".
Oh, yeah, definitely. What you waiting on? If it's not basketball, it's modeling.
Yeah.
You got nice hair. You know what I'm saying? You should.
Everybody been saying it, so look, y'all got me mumbling over words right now. So basically, I might look into it.
Coming soon on a runway near you, Johnnii Bravo.
Man, you hear me catwalk, ain't gonna see it coming.
Nah, I think that's really dope, man. Like, hey, people say the sky's the limit. I don't believe that. It goes beyond that. To me, that's capping it out. The sky is not the limit. Like, infinity is the limit. We can do anything we want, you know, no matter what anybody has to say about it. What do you got coming up next? Do you have like other interviews? You got any shows while you're out here in Atlanta? What you got going on?
I got this live performance later on downtown Atlanta. And again, anybody see this white shit on my list, bro? My mouth dry as hell.
I don't see it, honestly.
Man, it's because I keep getting rid of it, man. You know, I'm swift with the Army knife, but yeah, I got some upcoming live performances and shit. Video is dropping soon. Like I said, go check out Whoa Mama right now. It's on my YouTube page, Johnnii Bravo, 2 N's, 2 I's. And if you can't find Whoa Mama, just Johnnii Bravo, old me. Remember that. Just type that shit in. Johnnii Bravo, old me. Old me is also one word, and that shit'll pop right up.
There you go.
Look for all that shit.
Your YouTube channel, everything is listed under Johnnii Bravo with 2 I's, right?
Yep. And let's talk about Johnnii on Instagram. That got a link to my website and my business card, which got a link to all my information like YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, TikTok. Shit, y'all can follow me on Facebook, all that shit on there.
I love how organized you are. It sounds like you've got like all the basic and fundamental stuff that you're supposed to have in order together. A lot of artists try to skip past all that, you know what I'm saying, and go straight to the top.
It's boring skipping past all that shit because if you ain't got it, then people just gonna ask you about it, and I don't like that.
Nah, for real.
Like misinformed information. Like, man, yeah, you got a website? Yeah, man, I've been looking into it. You know, I ain't got nobody to do. You got merch? Oh, yeah, man. Like, you know, that's
do it yourself. Yeah,
so,
100%.
I've been putting bread out. I ain't gonna say I've been like how much bread, but I've been putting bread out to make sure, you know, stuff has been lined up in order for me to do what I want to do the way I want to do it without having those backlashes of me having to, you know, have business people jump in here.
Right.
And there, like,
absolutely. You don't ever want to have to get ready. You want to be ready because you never know when an opportunity may present itself to you.
Right. And then you be screwed.
Then you're screwed, yeah, because you're like, oh, but I just need 48 hours. They're like, nah, we need it right now. You got all the fundamentals, the basics. And I tell this to a lot of artists. Sometimes you got to stop and just take it back to the basics. Get your website together. Get your publishing together. You know, all the stuff that you need to actually be a superstar.
Right.
You know, you can't skip no steps, including the struggle. You can't skip that either. You've been through it.
Man, the struggle is still happening, man. It's a fight every day for real. You gotta wake up and still want it, even if you got it. Like, don't look at like mainstream artists or people with like millions of dollars right now. Like, they not waking up like, oh, I'm rich. They waking up like, shit, I gotta go to work still.
Yeah.
Like, you still gotta invest that income into something to make more revenue. Like,
100%. Absolutely. Well, listen, it was definitely a pleasure to have you here. I know you gave out your social media already.
Yes.
Anybody you want to shout out to?
Well, we gonna shout out my DJ 20, man. He really was like one of the people that started pushing my music first. You know, shout out Big Daddy's because that was one place I started performing that let me perform and host without, you know, no backlashes or anything. Shout out RBA, man. I'm gonna shout out a couple people. I ain't gonna put out a whole list, but I'm just gonna do it because I don't do it on all podcasts or shit that I do for real. But shout out Top Notch Mall, man. Shout out RBA. Shout out Beezy, Pills, Mr. Perfect Timing, man. That's one of my favorite promoters. That's my little brother, man. That he makes sure shit pop like for me in the city. Like anytime I throw a party, he own it. Mr. Perfect Timing. Shit, that's really it, man. Carmichael 313, that's my brother, man, and Jackpot the Juice. You know, that's somebody that's like on the movie side of things in Detroit, but that's my brother though.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout them people out, man. You know, it was nice meeting you. This industry's most wanted podcast was definitely one of the dopest podcasts I've been on.
Man, I appreciate that. I do got one more question for you since we are on Industry's Most Wanted. Detroit in the building. Go ahead and let them know what makes Johnnii Bravo out of Detroit the industry's most wanted.
You just have to wait to find out.
Stay tuned.
That's it for real.
Straight like that. No, hey, I love that answer. You know what I'm saying? That makes them want to come back for more and stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Give me some love, bro. Like, boom. We transferring that good, positive energy. I know you're not a touchy-feely person, but sometimes, we just got to dap it up. I'm on the same page as you. I'm with you.
Sometimes you gotta dap it up. Like,
nah, for real. Facts. Well, again, I appreciate you being here. You know, I look forward to seeing what else you have going on.
Check me out. You know, that'll definitely be like the highlight of the podcast.
Absolutely, I definitely will.
On the podcast, I know whenever she get time, but please do.
I definitely will. 100%. You got my word. Most definitely. We up out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Hands up, doing dance the way we move. Hands up to the frame, we hips you too. You like my dance, my ice, my shoes.